Hey, my name's Shanshan. I'm going to review Fast X. So this is directed by Leterrier. Time is 2 hours 21 minutes. Actors are Vin Diesel as Dominic Toretto, Michelle Rodriguez plays Letty, Jason Stratham plays Shaw, Jordana Brewster plays Mia, Tyrese Gibson plays Roman, Ludacris plays Tej, Charlize Theron plays Cipher, Cena plays Jakob, Sung Kang plays Han, Jason Mamoa plays Dante. So this is the son of Hernan Reyes from the Rio version of the Fast and the Furious in Brazil. And in that film, Reyes was killed off, but supposedly his son survives. So his son seeks the ultimate revenge on Dominic's family. So you gotta wonder, will Dominic come on top? So it has a great crux, I think, for the story. At first I was kind of like, well, they're reusing the old film. It's kind of getting bad, you know? Like Matrix 4 is the worst because they way overused Matrix 1 material. But here I think they just used just enough to kind of give a plot for a movie, which I thought was really cool. The ending is just hella wicked in this film. I was really surprised considering it's a blockbuster type of film. Hollywood, you know, it's always usually there's a very stereotypical end to the films like this, especially in the most of the Fast and the Furious films. There is a little bit of fatality in some of the Fast and Furious films, but this one was just like, wow. So I think it's the finale, but it was a surprise ending for me in a way. Probably the longest car chase sequel series ever done. The last cool one I think was Smoking the Bandit, and it was super sucky by number 3. Even number 2 I resaw it recently and it had some issues. So they had a pretty good series. I don't say all the films in the Fast and Furious were the great ones, but it was kind of cool because they had different cuts like Tokyo Drift, and that was taking place totally in Tokyo with a complete new cast and introduced Han in there. So it was kind of a cool spin-off movie. And then you had, was it Dobbin Shaw or whatever? That was another spin-off one they did recently, which kind of really pissed off Vin Diesel, which is why The Rock isn't in this film. It was kind of great to see all the old cast member pop up here and there, and a lot of sparse cameo appearances here. Just everyone and their mother wanted to be in this film, I think. So that was kind of fun. Obviously, The Rock is missing me because of the Vin Diesel fallout from the last film. Great family feel to the film still. You know, they got the roots of the film. The whole, you know, binding glue of the film is this family first thing, which kind of comes undone in this finale, so to say. It's interesting too that, you know, how would you stick as a family when you're criminals? You know, it's kind of, in a way, it doesn't make any sense at all because criminals are known to just, you know, rat each other out and all that stuff, and you don't have that here. So it's kind of really interesting. You have that with the Mafia too, in traditional Mafia, so I guess that kind of works. Great stunts and CGIs, obviously. A lot more realistic, I would say. The last Fast 9 was like they went to outer space. It was totally stupid. And I was like, oh my god, they're just making the series terrible in Fast and the Furious 9 where they go to space and you're just like, these cars are so stupid, right? But this one I really liked. It's, you know, they just went helicopters and car chases and just kind of realistic. I mean, obviously it's a lot of CGI, but, you know, it kind of feels like a realistic kind of actual something that could happen in a way. So I think that makes for a stronger film in a way. Some of the acting felt a little dry. I think some of the actors are just, you know, really sick of this film. It's gone on forever, right? I really like this Fast X. I think they did way better than the Fast 9. Fast 9 was kind of terrible, I would say. There were some other films that were a little weaker as well, but, you know, the Fast 10 really, you know, gave with the bang of the series if this is the final one. The ending kind of feels like it's not the ending, so it's like, oh, you're going to do Fast 11 now? I kind of hope not, but because this would be such a cool ending if they leave it, but who knows? People like to make a lot of money. It's kind of funny because you have this plot twist in the film where Tyrese suddenly has a lot of cash on hand and he saves the day. Which is funny because in real life, Tyrese just, I think he ran out of money between films for some reason. And so he was totally broke. And he was so pissed off at The Rock and whatever, you know, wasting time on that other side series. And they couldn't film the Fast 9 or something, or Fast 10, I don't know what. But he was just totally broke. So it's kind of ironic in the film. I don't know if they did that on purpose. But hopefully he figured out how to, you know, not live beyond his means and, you know, save some money for the future. I really love the villain of Dante. He's a real true sociopath. He has no qualms about doing anything with cruelty, and I think he's played super well by Jason Mamoa. You know, kind of very flamboyant villain. The last villain that was like this was the one from Bond, I think. I don't remember if it was the last one where you had the Spanish actor playing the Bond villain. It was really good too. And here you have a similar thing where the villain is just a super sociopath, you know, similar to the Joker in a way, just completely ruthless. And so the ending of the film isn't a surprise in a way because he's so ruthless that you probably would come on top just being completely ruthless. So it's I think it was a really good end to the film. I'd recommend it, even though as a kind of a normal film, I don't know if it holds up as well. But if you love action, you love driving. I love driving super fast, so just don't tell the cops. But if you'd like to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And I'll see you in the next movie review. Thanks for watching, guys.